Hello and welcome for the very first time to my playthrough of Bastion. This is of course Jack from LTTP Games, and without further ado, let's get started because I will explain it as the game goes on. Alright, well, I played a few minutes of it before just to test it out, and it looks like a good game, so let's go ahead and get started. Yes, new game. Strange rating that I don't quite understand.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
So
Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion.
So as you can see, it's a top sort of from the side angle.
He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
It's sort of this top-down action game with...
That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though.
It's got a really this game has a really interesting art style, and it's just, I think it's really fun. It's from a developer that released another game recently that a couple YouTubers played. Can't remember what exactly it was called, but it was compared a lot to this game. Their first
for a while.
It was compared a lot to this game as not quite as good, but this game, I didn't see it much around when it came out, but it apparently was very
An old
popular.
repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
But I think it's got a really fun art style, and it's just sort of a bit of fun. And honestly, it's...
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink.
I mean, it's got your basic two types of attack, long range, short range, and then it's got, you know, healing fountains and stuff like that.
Tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
So let's go in here.
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did.
So I guess up here we got the guy, I guess, turned to stone.
Then kid finds his trusty shield. The security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call.
So it's just sort of go places. So far, what I've seen in the game is go places, beat people up, heal.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Them windbags are playing for keeps.
I'm not very good at video games, so I just tend to beat on them and not avoid very well.
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
But I'd really like the narrator's voice. I think he's like one of the best narrators in a game that I've heard in a while. Pretty simple controls. You'll see later on in the game that
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
Alrighty, let's see. It's sort of moving on. I already said this, but I really like.
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
Aw, I was really hoping I could get that. Shh, it's fine.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
Oh, do I need to kill these guys?
Wasn't long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true.
I just want to sort of get used to using this, get some of the tactics down in this easier areas before I get to the harder areas, you know. I know I could just go through these doors, but because I'm just sort of getting used to the controls of the game, I want to learn how to. What are those other ones? I'm sure it'll tell me in due course, but I'd kind of like to know. What is RT?
He's a mighty fast learner.
Oh, I see. I get it.
He finds the distillery right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town.
So, RT is my special move, and every time I use a special move, I use one of those black juices, and I can use it 3 times, and before I have to restock on them. I understand. I get it.
One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Alright, let's see. So, it has your basic sort of upgrade type things. Let's see, what does this one do? Plus 10 max health. Alright. Plus 10 critical hit chance, only active when full health. Restore stray fragments. Oh, so I pick up more money. Like, I don't have to go pick it up. because of how bad I am, I think I'll do squirt cider for now. Because I need that kind of thing. And then we have an arsenal.
Where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
I just love the art for this game more than anything else, but and I like to keep the hammer. Alright, yeah. As much as I liked how the bow was, I need to shoot off quicker before I can. And I don't think I have any other moves. Oh, A secret breaker technique that causes an arrow to bounce from target to target. Originally, huh? Dancing shot. Oh, it's not for this weapon. I see. I'll stick with the whirlwind. Alrighty. And now I can continue.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
Let's see. Alright. That's pretty simple. Just beat everything to death. I love games like this where what's the goal? Beat everything. What's this over here before I move on?
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way.
Oh, I should have probably.
The Bastion's real close now.
I should have probably gone and seen what was down the other way.
Right back at you.
Alright. Well, I better do that.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. The smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air.
Oh.
Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
Oh gosh.
Bad time to run out of black tonic.
Scumbags are the worst. Let's see if I can get this guy. Got it. No, not quite.
Robs a scumbag of his last meal.
I can't get over this guy's voice. He's just the greatest. Oh no. Guys, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Kid
Alright,
puts him out of his misery.
there we go. That was fun. So far what I've seen of the game is fight your way through places, gather loot, and then fight a big boss room type thing like this one, which I'm fine with, honestly. I think this is a really fun game. It's just sort of beat 'em up my style because I have no actual skill.
He finds the
I'm good at
core to the
I'm
wolf
good at
district.
mashing 2 buttons though.
He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall.
Yep.
See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running.
My strategy for this area is dodge and run, dodge and run. And it generally works pretty well, I think. Because most of the moves are pretty telegraphed and I can avoid them, and most of these guys are pretty slow.
At last, the skyway's in sight.
Get out of the way. Oh gosh.
Whisks him where he needs to go. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me.
Stranger.
We talk for a spell.
Alright.
There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
Alright, what crest is we talking about? Okay, sure.
All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and do that then.
And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
Wild Unknown, that sounds fun. Let's do that. First, what does this do?
Kid ponders what to build.
Distillery Arsenal. I'm gonna do the arsenal first, I think.
The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
Alright, yeah,
A
it's good.
repeater goes with a hammer better than a box of nails.
Alright, yep. Well, with that, I think I'm gonna leave it off for the first episode. This seems like a good place to stop, even if I am about a minute shorter than I
Kid
wanted
don't
to
know
go.
what's out there waiting for him.
No, I don't, but I will go there in the next episode. Everybody have a good day, and remember always to arrive late to the party. It's cooler that way. See ya!